We are here today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to have a Bitcoin party, as Bitcoin just put in a new all-time high at 103,600, breaking the important psychological barrier of 100,000, and therefore this is something that we need to celebrate, as many people in this space said that this would never happen, and that was a delusional target only a couple of years ago. And now we are here beyond it, and Bitcoin is pumping. So let's see what Bitcoin is doing, what could be next, where are we in the cycle, what about the altcoins, have the recent predictions come true? I can spoiler you, yes. And also, we have a bigger pump out of Ecomi that we need to discuss and see what is next. So make sure to stay all the way through, and let's have some fun. So, good morning, each and every one of you. I can see 100k Bitcoin makes a whole different story. The chat is already excited. Let's see. Luca Petric is here, morning PH, and hodlers higher, absolutely. G-Money, what's going on, my rare hodler, bringing the Ecomi coffee to the chart. Blue asks if anyone hold Anchor or Vechain. We're all about the Vechain here, as you might have seen already here on this Vechain mug that I bought in the last cycle, when Vechain was already at 4 cents and was already up a couple of 100%. Tito 420 says, what a day it has been, 100k Bitcoin. Then also Ivor says, now it's fun to be in alts. Absolutely. Andrew Dunlap, morning PH, evening from Hawaii. Greetings to Hawaii. Let me know where you are tuning in from to have a little Bitcoin party here with us. And let's 108k Bitcoin soon. Absolutely. I would even say 120k Bitcoin fairly soon. But let's see how it develops. And let's first welcome a new rare hodler here. We see it there between Scotchy and above Troy. We see Walla. Walla has mint number 45 and is new in the fam. I hope you see this, Walla. So new rare hodler here, and we welcome back Jordan, also as a rare hodler. Jordan is back with former number 13, and funnily enough, he already subscribed for the 13th month. So welcome back, Jordan, as well. Now, with that said, if you want to support this channel in more than a way than like liking and subscribing, then you can become one of the rare hodlers. You just have to, after subscribe to the rare hodler tier. Then you contact me, you get into the Telegram group, I'll send you the link, and then I can post a little bit more like setups, things that I see and so on. And the community is growing and exchanging their trade ideas or their ideas in general. So that is definitely happening. Let's see. But with that said, make sure to smash up the like button right now on the live stream. That would be very important. And let's jump into the Bitcoin party. So what do we see here? Well, we see a new all-time high on this big fat breakout that we have on our way to our target of roughly 120,000. Okay, so that would be the breakout target of this massive cup and handle, but that in a second. First of all, we want to look a little bit at the lower time frames, and actually I'm going to switch the chart back to where we called that. You remember that in the last stream, by the way, where's the chat? Oh, there's the chat. Okay, that's all good. In the last live stream, we have been discussing that this might be a consolidation or like a compressing pattern, and that we might break out here. And only one day later, we break out to a new all-time high. So that was spot on. Now, probably it's going to retest 100K, or yeah, maybe it will retest exactly 100K. That would mean we would come down to almost this blue line here. Let's move this blue line to exactly 100K. Maybe a retest of sorts is underway here, and then very likely continuation after this breakout. So let's see how deep this retrace goes. This is the 4-hourly chart, so you could definitely see something like that, right? And then continuation. This retest obviously can also be a fake out, so make sure to watch this closely, because you can also dump back or something like that, right? So watch this closely before you take any bigger trades. We want always confirmation. Hey, Green Lantern is also here, right, ready for the 100K party. GM, my boys, about to get in the car, present, listening, paying attention, and liked the stream. Wow, that is some dedication. These are like rare hodlers, are the Navy SEALs of Bitcoin. Always working out, and then they're going to war. So let's go. But that is that for Bitcoin. Now let's look at a little bit the higher time frame. Obviously, on the daily, you don't really see the retest. You only see a long wick here for the breakout. Now, as this is another chart, somewhere we also have our 120K target is back here, but it doesn't matter. It's only a continuation of what we have already seen, right? So let's look at the weekly, and that is like, you can forget the RSI on the lower time frames, because you can stay up in high RSI in a long time, right? Now we're really getting in the overbought territory now on the weekly on the RSI, meaning that at some point of this move there could be, I mean, we already had a correction on the weekly right now, so probably there's more continuation before we have a deeper correction, right? That could be, for example, you rally to 120K and then you come back to 100K, right, for retest or something. These pullbacks would be possible, but right now every pullback is being bought up by MicroStrategy and the likes, which are definitely not satisfied with the Bitcoin stack that they're having, in the face of that Trump takes office in about, what is that, like 40 days or 45 days, something like that. I think it's 20th of January. Then also new SEC head appointed. It doesn't matter even if they sell his strategic reserve, it doesn't matter. Then they would give him a reason to buy. So quickly, let's look without lines how this run looks. And really, I mean, something that I don't understand is some people say the bull run has just started. Man, look, I mean, the bull run has started here, and for Bitcoin we are up 500%. We are definitely in it, and we are probably halfway through it. More than halfway through it, right? This is just a reality. I don't like when there are false expectations set for people. But yeah, that's basically how it looks. And I mean, we can clearly see our breakout here. When we broke out from that range here, there was still a lot to go, like a couple of months. But it was like 3 months and the bull market ended. I would give our bull market 3 or 4 months at the maximum. and then sideways, right? It feels like the bull market is longer because of all the sideways action before it's clear, and before it's clear to everyone that the bear market has started, right? We see it also here, right? Our TSI indicator, which will very likely indicate us at least a month of the top with a plus minus 30% range, which is not great at all, right? But it's better than nothing. It will, one second, why is this off? So there we go, and this needs to, okay, so the white line is the predictive line where we are moving, right? And without pullbacks, we would, without any major pullbacks, we would arrive at February in the pace that we are going right now. We see another pump. We see that the blue line is progressing. Just as an explanation what's happening for those of you who have never seen this, the TSI, basically these hits on this trend line, these two hits, they marked the top. The reversal here, they marked the top of the last here you see it, of the last Bitcoin top, right? They basically marked the top, and the cross confirmed the bear market. You see this here, right? Marks the top is exactly here. You just don't know where, right? It's somewhere between 9,000 and 18,000, right? So that's a 50% span, but it accurately marks the top, just accurately on a monthly, right? So it's not enough to really hit the top. Like, no one will hit the top. It's just like no one will exactly hit the top by prediction. It's next to impossible, right? But we can guesstimate, and the guesstimate will bring us closer to our take profit, right? So yeah. Now we see from from stuff like that, like we see CZ's coming in swinging. Peter Schiff had said on November 8th, 2019, keep dreaming, Bitcoin is never going to hit $100,000. Wow. Well, I mean, these predictions, it will be in the next one. Keep dreaming, Bitcoin will never hit 1 million, right? So we see these things, and well, now it's already, like, now his prediction is over, right? It's better to have a mega wild prediction in the future, because you always go in the direction and you are never wrong, right? But Peter Schiff, now he is confirmed wrong on that one again. And CZ, actually, if you look what CZ is posting, I don't know how much he posted, but I saw something yesterday. So much more to be and build. He basically called the altcoin season, or he called out the altcoin season, saying which key is available on Windows and Linux, but not on Mac. I don't know, but it's the old season probably. I don't know. Actually, I thought that there was an alt, but I think they have command, right, on Mac. I don't have a Mac here, but isn't that command and strong and shift and stuff like that? Probably it's alt season. Anyways, that is CZ. Now, what usually happens in the space, you hit the new all-time high, you have a little party, but then you're back to business, right? And that's what we also need, because euphoria is going to kick in on this new all-time high. We are past 100K. Many more retailers, especially the ones that received the new Bitcoin shilling from our fellow Bitcoin advertisers on Thanksgiving, right? So every Bitcoiner, especially the newer Bitcoiners, they were to Thanksgiving recently. Now Europe and the entire Western world is headed out to Christmas to shill Bitcoin above 100,000. Every of these people will bring in like 5 new people that are all going to buy, and then instantly they will be a genius, because they are going to buy Bitcoin and altcoins, and they are going to make directly like 20-30% gains after buying that. So they will FOMO and buy more, right? So all these, exactly what Costa Rica crypto says here, for years, I don't know, I don't know if it was that for you, but for years I tried telling friends, family, and coworkers about crypto. They laughed or brushed it off. Now they're all coming back, curious, asking me about this Bitcoin thing, how times change. Actually, nothing changed. Last bull run was the same. They ask about it, they buy into it, we go into a bear market. You try to tell them that this is temporary, and what do? They completely exit. They don't build and learn. But you guys, you are here, you build and learn, and yeah, now that is basically that is basically where you have the advantage now, and they will come back in again. We will see it 100% already in the prediction. Now we see so that along Bitcoin we see like the headlines, how they are improving, how they're building, right? We see, so that's the end of Bitcoin then at $10. At $1 it was the Bitcoin bubble, 2011. At 100 was the logic problems that will eventually pop the Bitcoin bubble at $100. Bitcoin is Tulip Mania 2.0, not gold, says Peter Schiff, right? At $1,000. I wish I knew about Bitcoin at $1,000, to be honest. I didn't. I first time I really realized Bitcoin was somewhere here, right? 16, 17, but I didn't get in, right? Bitcoin is a dangerous speculative bubble, Yale expert says. So the good thing is, like, this is the best thing. University experts are the best because they have no, ironically, right? But they have no expertise in real life in most cases, right? They read peer reviews and they read studies and they reference studies from others and then they build a new study and so on, right? So the experts, wow, I don't know how it is in the US, but at least that's the picture in Germany, right? Why the big short guys think Bitcoin is a bubble? Now, who are the big short guys, right? Are you talking about Michael Berry? I don't know, man. I mean, I would say fiat is a bubble and Bitcoin is just a function to hedge this. And some people figured that out, but system doesn't like that. Trucking Hank, welcome. Says late to the party, good morning. Smash up the like button, guys. Let's keep some likes raining here. It's funny, right? You write a title and the thumbnail about Bitcoin, and suddenly, like, people want to know about the altcoins, right? So let's talk about altcoins a little bit more, just that it stays exclusive here. And it also happened exactly yesterday in the evening, late. I made a video about altcoins, about some altcoins, but I also talked about general what's happening in the altcoins. And I even mentioned that very likely Bitcoin is going to run and then draw in from the other altcoins, right? That there could be a pullback at a certain point, right? I specifically used this chart to say that in the total 2, when there is no Bitcoin, once we reach this point, I said, we're probably going to have a pullback, and that's probably going to be into Bitcoin as Bitcoin wants to continue. Now we are there. Total 2 altcoin market cap, entire altcoin market cap is sitting at exactly all-time high. We have a pullback right now in that the money is flowing, the profits that are made here are flowing back into Bitcoin to ride a new rally. This is driven by traders, this is driven by the institutions, where institutions are not trading out of this, but they are coming in and traders are coming in to trade this once more, to trade the Bitcoin next move, right, to the upside. Yeah, and we have seen in the indicators we're not there yet. So I think for the altcoins, temporarily a breather when Bitcoin is moving, but then again, the next break or so will happen once Bitcoin goes higher and new profits are flowing into these coins, right? We see some coins moving again, Sandbox moving, Mana moving, like all these metaverse coins are moving. Together, also Ecomi now is moving, right? We will see it in a second. We will talk in a second about it. Abdullah Chowdhury says, why render is dumping? What is your thought about it? We can look at it in a second, although I don't know if render's really dumping or just having a bigger correction. I mean, it's like from the bottom, it's like 15x. These things tend to correct at some point. I don't know. Is render still up here in the tops? Render there. It's number 31, and it's not really. I don't know if that's a dump. Let's see render on TradingView quickly. Yeah, I don't know if you can really say render is dumping. Let's see it on a little bit long. That's the monthly. Let's see who has a bigger render chart. I don't know. Actually, Binance might have the biggest chart. Okay, so that's the monthly, right? If you tell me that this is a dump, I don't know, man. Do you really see that? I mean, we have corrected. We are encountering resistance here where render is ready to go and do a couple of X's once the time is right. But you have to see that render from the absolute bottom here is up right now 35x. The absolute bottom. But let's take some serious one. Let's say you bought in this bottom here, it's up 20x. Or let's say you didn't even hit the bottom, you bought somewhere here, it's up 13.5x. Right? I mean, that's normal where you have a month-long correction then, and now it's going again, it's moving again, it's already up again. So no dump from render. I cannot confirm. If you look in the 4-hourly, yeah, then it's dumping. I mean, the 4-hourly, that's a dump. But I mean, guys, when in doubt, zoom out. It's not really a dump. Actually, what really is happening is, if you look on the weekly, what you had is a trend, a downtrend, a consolidation on the weekly, where you have multiple touches and you just broke it, right? The nature of this is that a massive impulse move has a corrective move as a consequence. Okay, so don't fret. Render will go higher, in my opinion. Render is doing well. It's 31. So what's the market cap? 5 billion. I think it can easily go to 10 or 15 billion. I don't know, 2x, 3x. But then really it's time to lock in profit also, right? When you're in profits. Let's see here. Green Lantern is coming out with story time. Let's see. A few years back, a friend of mine and me were driving along the Neckar, which is in the river in Heidelberg, and he was like, Bitcoin is at 5,000 again, should we invest? And I was like, meh. Yeah, that happens to us all, right? I mean, I heard first about it at 7,000. I was like, I'm not convinced, right? And then in the end, I had to buy when I was convinced at 28,000. So it is what it is. But now 28,000 looks pretty good already as an average entry. Tremendously up. Mcade Vibes said, more news coming today for Mcade. How are people not seeing what Russ and the team are cooking here? So undervalued, still going into the billions of market cap. Listen, Mcade, I'm bullish on Mcade as well. So let's look at it. So yesterday I included it into my video. So let's look at it as well. I think that the breakout is coming fairly soon here for Mcade, right? I mean, actually that's not the best chart. Let me get this one here, right? So I see that we have, let's get rid of some of these lines here. Okay, so here, this is more important, right? This resistance line here. We're at this resistance. Once we are breaking this resistance, we come up, and then we are forming this big W pattern for going into price discovery for Mcade, right? I think that will happen. Mcade is not very big just yet. It's only available on 2 exchanges. I think the big pump for Mcade is still coming. Mcade would only to complete this pattern go another 60%, okay, and then it would start pumping. So I'm pretty bullish on Mcade also because like there's not so much potential for sell-offs into Mcade. Let's look at quickly at the market cap here. Mcade is placed 897, so it's in the top 1,000. It's up 18% on the day, and Mcade has a $30 million market cap. Sorry for that. Let's quickly let's pull up on CoinMarketCap quickly to show you, right? So you see here the market cap is 23 million. The fully diluted is only 34 million, right? So there's not such a big discrepancy. Like mostly is fully diluted, forming these mega rounding bottoms. I have seen this pattern before, right? I saw it on Chili's before, and then it went like to, I don't know, 20x or so. Chili's went like 20x from there. I would say that can happen. Also, look at this volume to market cap, 21%. That's okay, but it could be a little bit higher for my taste, but that's fine. For now, when the breakout comes, it should be way higher. And what I really like is they have everything posted here. Website, white paper, they are posting actively on X, they have a link, their Reddit, their Facebook, their Telegram, like everything, their Discord. They have their contract address, they have Trust Wallet, ADA, and MetaMask. They really take care of their site right here. So they're really good, right? By the way, the CoinMarketCap is having a Bitcoin 100K party. Yeah, 100K before the end of the year. Let that sink in, by the way. Do you have exit points for Mcade? It's really hard, right? It's really hard to have exit point for Mcade without going into price discovery here. So I would say every time I would go more with every time I have a target number, every time I see some 100% or 200%, I just shave off a couple of percent, right? And just ride the rest. And when the party's over, then it's over. No problem, right? But I would say I first of all, I will let it ride through price discovery, right? And then I will see how it looks. And then, okay, so let's say I'm up 1,000%, right? From my entries here. I'm up already. I'm up already. I don't know how much I'm up here for. Let's say that's my average here. I'm up 130% or so. Let's just say. Let's say it triples from here. I'm going to take 10%, and then it doubles again, and I'm going to take another 10%, and it doubles again. I'm taking another 10%, and so on, right? So I'm just going to play it that way for Mcade because there's just not much to base on, right? In general, I would say at 10x, I would take a bigger chunk and then let it ride again, right? Also, Mcade will definitely list on Coinbase. The team has great relationship with Coinbase dev team. Yeah, on a Coinbase listing, I think for Mcade for me is like a moonbag, like a moonshot, right? I've very little to lose as the allocation is not that huge for me, right? I think I have what do I have in it? Like $800, something like that, like closer to 1,000 or so. But if $800 10x's, that's good money, right? For me, right? Some of you have maybe $10,000 in it. If it 10x's, that's really good money, right? But who knows? Interesting enough is that Bitcoin dominance, right? And that's also what I said. Here it confirms that the flow goes back into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin just made a move, and the altcoin dominance went back up, right, to 56%. The funny thing is, though, everything moved together. Bitcoin a little bit harder. Some altcoins lost a couple of percent, but bottom line is now we can fall again and pump again on this, right? But some altcoins just are at all-time high, and still that the way down is long, right? So this is another thing. I'm not going to take any profits on Mcade when we are up here with the dominance and with the Bitcoin dominance, right? Maybe when we're down halfway here or down here, then I'm going to take bigger profits, right? But that is something to see on the way. Thoughts on Miria, GFL, AI tech. Let's see. These are good. These are all interesting projects. I think Miria has some big dilution, and also many people have miners. So Miria, yeah, Miria still needs time, it seems, right? But this is something I said in my video yesterday as well. You have this pattern and also in many smaller coins. You have two types of pattern, like this pattern, right? Like this pattern, cup and handle, and this pattern, like reversal, let's go big pump pattern, right? Yeah, Miria has the same pattern here. I think it can. And these are coins that still can be bought, right? Because there will be much more upside. Only revisiting this high here would be 335%. So this is definitely something that can be bought. I think Miria is good. I like Mcade way more, but and also I know that there are so many people that have big pockets from miners and they don't really care which point they sell. They just have some big profits. Overall, we see all indicators on all of these coins flashing bullish. GFall or GFL. Same pattern, almost, right? Only that it's very incomplete. So GFL may be something that can still be bought. I don't know actually how they're developing, but we expect then something like this. But it's behind here. Has only recently found support. I don't know how good their development is right now, how they're posting, right? So maybe we have to look at the Twitter here. GFAL, there we go. Let's see how they're posting. 14 hours ago, an AMA, that's actually good. Reminder, yeah, they're posting. So GFL maybe even something. I mean, we have to see how many unlocks there are and so on. But GFL may be something that can still be bought, as it's still pretty down here. Yeah, what else? AI tech. Let's see, spot. Okay. Let's get rid of the lines here. We have looked at it at some point. AI tech is support. It's the same pattern again, right? I mean, it's almost boring. Like you have the same pattern on all altcoins again before they are going to start really flying, right? Before they're blasting off, right? AI tech USDT spot here sitting at also something. I mean they all can they all didn't move yet. They will move, but they're all small, right? Like if you look at let's look at like GFL is 702 with a $55 million market cap, right? AI tech, Solidus AI tech is 399, has 150. So I would at this point probably buy GFL over AI tech, because GFL would have a 3x reaching the same market cap, and in the end it's only about what's the market cap and how the unlock schedule works and so on. Like a couple of things to consider there. But yeah, maybe too much for the Crypto Morning Coffee, but overall from Altcoin stream, Miria is just in between. So from all those that you mentioned, probably GFL would be the best coin. Bumper is actually a little bit of a worry here. Bump. It's not even on Crypto Bubbles. Let's see here. Bump. Bump is... It actually moved 50%, but Bump still, I mean, let's check out the Twitter and so on, but it only has a $3 million market cap, which is fine, right? The volume is 22,000 only 0.7, so the volume is not fine at all, right? Let's see here, Bumper, let's see how they tweet. Okay, so actually, Bumper did also stream here. Get ready to tune in. Bumper X Arbitrum Core AMA. But the AMA is not from Bumper, it's from Arbitrum Core, but fine, it's with Bumper. And then they had so they had a phase where they were not posting, right? And that's something you need to be cautious. I still have my Bump tokens, it's not that much. Bump USDT, they are on MaxC. Actually, yeah, maybe that's a reversal here, right? Maybe that's a reversal. They have this massive downtrend, got sold off, but now look at this big fat candle on the weekly. So yeah, I think they're still alive, and maybe that's also some, like, I mean, the volume is extremely low. Look at this, extremely low. They need to come out of the slump, but yeah, I mean, we see something like this here, so there might be a turn of the whole thing, right? But be careful, because also here we want to see a weekly close maybe, because you see, right, these things, they already happened, got sold into. Maybe we can see a bullish move here. Actually, the daily candle closed here, that's good. We didn't see that at all along the time. So for Bumper, this might be it. This might be the reversal. And if Bumper is sitting here at 4 million fully diluted, 3.2 million, it might be actually a buy, to at least to bet some more money on this move, right? So good call, Jasper Frank, but be very careful. But with these things, you are on a very risky side, right? So you could lose all of your money in that. So don't bet on only one project or so just because it sounds good. Abdullah Chowdhury says, still remember September 2019, bought 5 BTC for around 9K and sold it in December 2020. I regret my decision till this day. I hope you still have some Bitcoin then, but this is also where you're like, with Bitcoin it's a little bit different. Like, if the party ends and you taking profit and you are out of all the altcoins in the end, no problem. But being out of Bitcoin total is it's a little bit more risky, because you don't know how far it goes, how deep the next bear market bottom goes, and so on. We just don't know, right? Yeah, overall we have a couple of good things going on here in the altcoins, and I think especially for the smaller altcoins, this is only the beginning. What I think is happening is, like, all these altcoins like XRP, like the bigger altcoins, people are taking profits and rotating it into other coins. And if you are rotating into other coins or not, but I think you should also consider and do this research for yourself. If XRP isn't at the point to shave off some profit, take initial investment and so on, if you're up tremendously, that's always a good idea. It's always a good idea to lock in some profit. So don't get wrecked there on holding into the next bear market, right? It's also a good exercise sometimes, even if it's not time yet, to take some profit. Also because you see, like, how does it work on your exchange? Like taking profit, sending it back to whatever, I don't know where. And with that, let's talk about Ecomi and Vivi a little bit, okay? So what we have here is we actually have a very high close. We didn't see such a high close since a longer time on Ecomi, and we have a massive volume on Ecomi. So actually, what we were waiting, we always said we are waiting for the whales to make their move, right? Maybe that is it, because we see tremendous volume, we see a big fat candle breakout that finds resistance here at the upper line of this previous falling wedge. And now I'm still cautious, and probably you are annoyed by me already with my caution here, but you see these big fat wicks to the upside from last time, right? And you see that after such a pump, the next day we are coming back and continuing our patterns, right? And what I really want to see is that this time is different for Ecomi, right? Because we had so many of these spikes here, and then it got sold into, that we really, you know it from here, right? From here, from here. We have seen that pattern many times. We also saw some good candle closes, right? A little bit above, and then the same sell-off. So I really want to see something that continues bullishly, right? That breaks out here, that forms a longer pattern that I can trust in. I'm not there yet. I'm not trusting this whole thing just yet. Let's see how it looks. Like, how does it look on the weekly? Well, the weekly looks a little bit better already, right? So we should really end the week somewhere up here and then see how we have continuation, right? The week is still 3 days long, almost 4 days long. And that is important for OMI to, and we have seen that before also, right? Oh my God, here's your reversal, I don't know what. Well, we never came up on resistance. Now the question is, if we consider this falling wedge to have a bear trap fake out, so to say, to the downside still active, can we see a break to the upside now? Can we go into bullish territory? We don't know. But what we have for OMI, and this is the first time in a very long time, is a bullish cross on the TSI. We have a bullish MACD flip already, and we are not overbought in any way. So there might be room for Ecomi to run. And that would be good if Ecomi could run for the next couple of days and weeks, because then we will have a bigger time frame reversal pattern at our hands, and that would be something great. Thoughts on AI coin for December? Near render Fed. Thank you for the 280 Canadian dollars. Let's see. So render we looked at already, but let's look at near USDT. Let's look on the weekly, because on the daily you can't see anything. Yeah. Okay. So near, same pattern as here. You have this previous, like a lot of confluence here on this, right? So this was previous resistance. It was then bull market support. Then it was resistance again. And what you're forming here is a cup and handle pattern. I would say, let's see quickly. Let's quickly shift to the non-logarithmic, okay, to get a target for us. Very easy target building on this resistance. So let's say this is the neckline, right? Let's take our target for this cup. Okay. If the breakout comes here, it's not back to all-time high yet, but it would be an intermediate target for near. Where is it? Let's put a price label on that. 14. Yeah, doubling in price is the next move, and then we see what pattern emerges. But I would say that's it. Flip this mega confluence line here into support, and then move to 1450 or so at the first step, right? 100% move on the breakout, I would say, is imminent, just needs to break, okay? So that is the first step, and then probably visiting all-time high at 20.5. I don't know how much near got diluted in that phase, but you have this pattern definitely at your hand, so I think that will be happening. Fed USDT. Let's go into logarithmic. Same thing. Fed did find support here on this. Actually, what Fed did before was finding it's not clean inverse head and shoulders actually. So that's not it, but I would say on the support. So this is the big support here, right? This line or this area, this here, found support and is basically it had a wave 1, came down for 2, and now it will continue. So I think it will run pretty hard. What's the market cap of Fed? Wait. Why doesn't it show? Wait, is that even the coin that we're looking at? Yeah, they're renamed, right? They rebranded to ASI Alliance, right? Fed. So they have 5 billion already. I would say like it's 32 under render. I mean the move, yeah, 100% move or so, maybe 200% is possible. $15 billion market cap, then we will see, right, how far the market has progressed. But I would say this is looking pretty bullish. It already is at new all-time high, and I think here's your turnaround already confirmed, right, with this. So it's only a question of when Bitcoin stops again, and then new profits flow in. Render we already looked at, so I'm not going to do it again. Let's look at Vivi a little bit. Stacker trades for Vivi. I think that is where like at the moment you have like Bitcoin runs, altcoins follow. Bitcoin runs, altcoins follow. At some point Bitcoin will top out, altcoins blast off, blow off tops, and so on. In the next 3 months, very likely going to happen. And then very likely profits are flowing into stuff like Vivi as well. I really believe that. We only have one Grail sale here from yesterday, partner statue, nothing since then. I think that has to do with people trying to get used to this new app. They have installed improvements for Vivi, which is good. Let's quickly search here for Vivi and look at what they've been bringing to the table recently. We have new Assassin's Creed NFT drop, Assassin's Creed 2 collectible. So it's good to see that they have all these brands. I think that, yeah, that's Ubisoft certified. So Ubisoft brand official. There is comics coming out. They are doing now also a lot with Mr. Falcon here on YouTube. They are highlighting what the community does with the Punisher. So the Punisher drop. There is a Marvel X Vivi Punisher drop. Live stream was there on X. So they are doing a lot of that. What they also did was they announced somewhere, I think that was Ben Rose, the changes for the app. I think he posted that. Yeah, the mobile updates here, right? It was from the channel. Once again, so they added craft carousel, so it's now easier to use. They had a little bit of performance fix, I think, because when I yesterday updated the app, so you have to go to App Store, update the app if you're using an Apple phone. But when I updated the app yesterday, it was already a little bit smoother. So you don't have this loading circle anymore. You have like like this already showing you the grid and so on. So this is better. It feels already better. If they keep improving on this, this could become good on the app, right? At the moment, I still don't like it that much, but I think they are getting there. Let's see user performance on Vivi. Overall, keep in mind, like users, okay, same as yesterday. No new user since yesterday. Overall, like from the day before, there were 15 new users in one day, which is good. Yeah, so by the way, you can see that new users here, right? So it's climbing up, couple of new users every day, which is overall good. It's probably enough to have people buying what is minted. In general, people need to be excited about this. The excitement will come once the first grails are flying and people will be posting about it. And as I said before, on the Google Trends, you can really see it, that NFTs are not yet in the spotlight, right? So NFTs are still at a 2. Before they were at a 1, so the search terms like for NFTs are very, very low. And it will, like, probably we will see an uptick here now in Bitcoin again, as Bitcoin is beyond 100K. People will look at Bitcoin, and not so much as at altcoins. Altcoins only at a 6 in terms of search terms. And as I mentioned before, right, be patient here, because the altcoins, they will fly, but it takes some time. Probably only beginning next years they will fly even more, way more. And then the NFTs, like, they will also fly a little bit, and then they will fly hard when after the altcoins, right? Let's talk about altcoins first. Let's take our profits. Let's make our multiples. Let's get the cash pile for the next market ready, and then we can talk also about what's going on in the NFTs, right? So, by the way, I didn't see Big A said, hey, PH historic day. I'm now 95,000 plus profit on every single Bitcoin I own. Been a fun 9 years. Wow, congratulations to you, man. That is the way of hodling, right? Trucking Hank asked, see Uncle Jeremy's tweet. I did not, but let's check it out. Where is it? Jeremy Padua. Jeremy Padua. There we go. Let's see. All I want for Christmas is Omi on major exchange. Did you Did you mean that? Did you mean that tweet? Or is there another tweet? I mean, maybe Uncle Jeremy also will be excited again. I don't know how many rings, Chuck. Wait a second, what? He's posting about Chuck. Before you know it, even Uncle Jeremy will be considered a father. Yeah, I don't know if that was it. Hey, Energy, what's going on, by the way? Yeah, so we see that for Vivi here. So we will see. I mean, some of the drops are fun, like the Punisher. If they could just do some animation stuff or so, it would be really great. But yeah, we will see. We will see what they have in store for the bull. If they have something prepared for the bull run here. New announcements, new brands coming out. We will see. I think it's already a while since a banger brand, right? Blackpink was the last big major fat brand, I think. They had the stamps already. They had the stamps partnership, but I don't think it's the same category. Yeah. All we want for Christmas is some more exchanges, that's true, and a reversal. I don't even care so much about like this and that specific exchange. It just should be more exchanges, and then we'll see. But overall, I saw that some of the Ecomi, like 2% of the Ecomi is on base now, which is also good. Yeah. Well, then, guys, make sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, notifications on, stay tuned for more videos, more altcoin videos, more everything. And wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I catch you in the next